Namaste, my warriors, and welcome to Universal Goddess Tarot. Like, share, subscribe, circulate my page. Give me a thumbs up as you get in, you guys. The setup. It had some workers. Now it's been over a year since the first fire, approximately a year and a month, a year and a month, a year and a month. So as you can see, they're already pixeling my pictures. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. That's the message. Today I was packing as much as I could in my luggage. Okay, I'm not going to be able to take my cards, my spiritual items, or no shoes. I took what I could, what I'm going to need as clothes. It's frightening. Um, but my mom made it through a fire when we were young. So she's just her thought is giving me, she was sending me messages that it would be okay. And the Most High is telling me that He's got control. Okay. They're upset. They lost the case. Your blessings are pouring in. They're upset. I wanted to show you a video of my daughter. Just she was laughing. She just started. I came down to the kitchen and she just started laughing in my face as she poisoned my dog. She thought it was funny. They've been doing this really heavy. It started 2 days ago. No, no. Well, they've been poisoning my dog from the beginning, but they started really heavy because they're angry that they lost everything. They have to pay you back everything that they took. So the way that they want to get away with it is they committed grand larceny, first of all. For 35 years, I've been putting away everything. My husband was a jeweler at the time. Throughout 35 years, I've accumulated quite a bit of jewelry. This is what you would give me for, birthdays. Sorry, birthdays, Mother's Day. Any present that he got me was a piece of jewelry. So they took everything. So was about $400,000 worth of jewelry. I didn't really use much of it. I used some of the pieces, but everything was put away. Everything was put away for my for our well-being. For God forbid anything would happen, we could be able to fall back on that. But he's so angry. He's a jealous man. He's a jealous bitch is what I'm gonna say, because he's a gay man trying to go around and say that he's straight. Oh, look, I have 20 kids with different women, and he has these children and he grooms them to then have them trafficked. He has trafficked his children. He made sure that he molested every single one of them before. He wanted to make sure he took every single, deflower every single child, boy, girl, didn't matter. He wanted to make sure he deflowered every single child before anyone could ever do anything. So he had already deflowered every child that's his grandchildren, his children, his other children from other women. He's a warlock, so he thought he takes energy that way. Unfortunately, I never knew this. I didn't know this. Everything's hit when you're coming into your spirituality. Everything starts flooding into you in such a way it causes heavy emotions. You start seeing all the red flags that you ignored before, noticing that they were truly red flags, like they were being swung like this. But due to your circumstances and what you'd been through, you didn't want to believe that that was what was happening to them. So, well, getting back to the jewelry, they took everything. They took everything. My daughter, I have her on video. I'm going to show you a video of them. I have her on video um, saying, she told me, I gave it to you. I gave it to my father. But I didn't videotape that part because it bothered, because I kept asking her for it, you know, because I wanted to grab those pieces so that there was the fire. I could grab the jewelry and we could live off of that, you know. We could buy an apartment. We could put a down payment on a house. Everything would have to be liquidated. Unfortunately for me, he had done all of this a couple of years ago, because he was able to liquidate everything, and they went and they bought a house behind my back. They repaired the house. They did the repairs that were needed. My furniture and everything was still on hold from the first fire, in a holding place where they take your furniture, and the insurance company takes your furniture and they hold it there until the repairs in the home are done. But I went upstairs because we had a lot of boxes upstairs filled to the top of the ceiling. I'm talking about everybody's boxes. I had 5 chandeliers, 5, because there was 2 grand ones for the living room, a smaller one for the family room, and one was for my bedroom, and the other one my daughter bought me. So it was either gonna be, so there was 5 chandeliers. They took everything. They even took they took my furniture, my rugs. My rugs, never opened the rugs. They're brand new, rolled up. I bought them when I bought them from the store. Everything was rolled up, still packed in. They took everything. They took all my brand new rugs, because I had bought, everything for the home, to make a house a home. So I spent everything I had on trying to beautify our home, if this was going to be our family home. But they had plans. The plan was to murder me in this house and run away with everything that was mine. But that kind of failed through. They couldn't get rid of me. They tried poisoning me. Like, till this day, they're doing heavy poisoning, poisoning the dogs. Look, see, Ty's been poisoned about 4 times today. I was recording. I'm going to show you a recording. May, cut it up. Okay. This is my daughter's boyfriend. I have to put up my camera when I'm around the house. So he just started coming into the kitchen and throwing himself in front of my camera. My daughter attacked me earlier this morning. So I wanted to. He's got a channel. I believe it's on. Look. I need you to see his face. Okay. This is a grown man. He's in his 40s. He's in his late 40s. See this? This is the gaslighting. This is what they kept doing. He was talking down about me. I didn't pay attention. I knew the setup is to get you arrested. So they want to gaslight you. Just hold on. I'm sorry. They want to gaslight you, right? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm upset. I am upset. It's upsetting that you have to go through this. I had the whole family gaslighting me. They lost the case. Whatever case they were, the case that about your inheritance, they lost it all. They have to pay you everything back. Enough, Athena. So they have to pay you everything back. Hold on. I'm sorry. I want to try to get this for you. I don't know which. It's not coming up. I'm sorry. It's acting up, but I get it. Namaste. We're back. All right. So they don't like what has to be said. Okay. Don't worry. Your blessings are coming in. They're here. They're here. They're mad. When I tell you they are mad, they are beyond mad. They're so mad that they want to set your house on fire and run away because they bought another home. Okay. And they moved everything that belonged to me, every piece of my furniture. They moved all my rugs, my chandeliers, everything I had that I had put, that the last fire, they put it away. So they took everything that was mine and put it in the new house. So the house was bought with my assets, everything that they liquidated from my jewelry. And she was just, my daughter was just, it's a nervous laugh that she had. She had a nervous laugh. She was like, because she was proving that she poisoned my dog. She was like, she was doing that. But I know that my dogs are protected by the Most High Lord God, right? We are protected. Okay, we are the champions. Can beat you because we are the champions of the world. Everything you won, everything is coming to you. Whatever they stole, they have to pay it back. When I tell you they are beyond mad, they are beyond mad, to the point they're gonna set your house ablaze and then say that the jewelry that was there, it went up in the fire. Meanwhile, I've been asking for it to be given to me for over a month. My daughter herself admitted that she gave it to her father. When I confronted him about him, he threw her under the bus and said, I don't have it. And then she came out and she goes, well, you'll get it back when I move out. She ain't ever moving out. The only way she's moving out is through the fire. And they already got that set up. They already got it set up. Everybody's got their stuff in the other house. So whatever that, I wanted to show you the rooms, how they have that's what I want to show you. I want to show you the rooms, how they have it set up. So let me show you another picture. They have the fire room is right next to my daughter's room, which is where they're going to say the fire started. So I'm going to show you how they have it set up. Hold on. They have it set up with a whole bunch of paper up there. Look, all paper. This is the setup. They're going to set the house on fire. Look. This used to be my granddaughter's room. She went and took out her bedroom. She took out her bed and she put it out in the street. Everything I bought for them, they put it out. Look, but this is the setup. Look at all that paper. What the? I never saw something like this in my life. This is the setup to set up the room on fire. Okay, my brand new TV is up there. That's the only thing. And I think it's because it was hidden behind the paper, they didn't see the big TV. So, because this one behind me that I have covered up is has a camera. They put a camera in it to watch. But just to show you, look, like the setup is real. I went up there. They had it closed off. They didn't even want me going up there. But while they were downstairs, I went and I checked upstairs. Let me see how they have things set up. They have all this paper. All this paper. Look, for the fire. The setup is real. And they don't realize, so I'm letting you know, look, it's going to happen, okay? But you're protected no matter what. You're protected, okay? They can't stand that you're so protected, that you won the case, that they think that them not telling you anything and stealing your mail and stealing your packages. I don't buy anything anymore over the mail because they've stolen all my packages. I tried getting a divorce from him. They stole all the legal documents. Any legal documents that came in my name, they took. My daughter's been also, she is the copycat, the one doing the identity theft. So she went to court as me because she went from red hair, she colored her hair to a dark brown. So she went to court, pretending that she was me. Her name is Raquel. And my niece and my husband, they got married. My niece Jasmine, okay, she married my husband. They have 2 kids, but she's trying to get child support from him. Meanwhile, she was still messing around with her boyfriend, which is Eric. Her boyfriend Eric is he's a black guy. He's melanin, okay, which the babies don't look nothing like my kids or my husband. They look just like her boyfriend Derek. So they're getting backlash because now they're breaking up. Because let me tell you, I thought it was karma, them getting together. She don't know the favor that she did me. She did me a huge favor because this man was abusive. He's a narcissist. He's a psychopathic, delusional, malevolent, serial killing, covert narcissist. Imagine living with that. I studied the man for 35 years. I still, when I see him coming around, I still do. I want to show you. He came around here doing his little gaslighting bit and then the love bombing. After he did all the gaslighting, then he came in, but I love you. After he just trashed me right in front of my face. He's trashing me in my face to my daughter, telling my daughter, oh, that she was a better mother than me. And I'm like, excuse me? How would you know? You were never around. The man was here. The only time my kids saw him was in the morning because by the time he got home, they were in bed. So him putting things, he put a whole bunch of things in my daughter. Did my daughter help me when I was raising my children? Absolutely. And I don't think there's a mother out there that if she had an older child that she didn't get help from her child. Now her trying to back him up by saying, yeah, I did all the work, it's never going to happen. There were times I came home and my kids were tied up on the sofa to keep them from trouble. And they would, when I got home, and I'm like, what the hell? She had them tied up with belts. Okay, they were safe. They were safe. It was only like if I needed to do groceries or run, errands for the kids, things like that. Other than that, I didn't have a car, so everything I did on foot. Like if my kids needed to run to the hospital, I picked them up and I ran to the hospital by foot. This man was never around when they needed to go to the hospital. Never. So him trying to do that, it was all a big gaslighting situation. Okay, there was a lot of that going on. So to the Karmics, here you go. All right, because you think you're going to get away. I kept telling my daughter, nothing that you do, everything that you do is imploding on you. Every lie, they already, the courts, the detectives, the FBI, CIA, Internal Affairs, Homeland Security, DEA, you got the military special forces, they're all on them. They think that they're getting away. They're just racking up charges is what's happening. So anything more that they keep doing, it's just more charges that's coming towards them. They keep hiding my page so nobody sees what they've been doing, but the ones who need to see this already are on here. So to the FBI and the CIA and To all those that are bringing us justice, we are grateful. We wait for that. All day today, I was being gaslit. They're going to continue this. They want to fight. Remember, they want to put you in jail. They want to hide you away. They want to put you in prison. I've already notified my lawyer that we had for the family that they've been trying to throw me out. They wanted me out in the winter, out in the cold, like literally when they say they want you out in the cold, they wanted me out in the cold. It didn't work out for them. When I tell you, you are protected by the Most High, an infinite protection. You are a true warrior. He's never going to let them put a hand on you. Okay? Other than, my daughter was putting her hands on me today. She was pushing me around. She pushed me out the door and when I went to take my dogs out. And I was like, oh, I know you poisoned them, but that they'll be okay. So then she sends her daughter up here to do it. Her daughter's 13 years old. She sends her up here to do her bidding because she figures she doesn't want to get in trouble. So she sends her daughter to do her details. So she don't realize that her daughter at 13 years old can also be charged. They're all going to be going down for attempted murder, child trafficking, because they've trafficked their own children and their grandchildren, and they don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. They were all under this mind control, MK Ultra. That's another thing I wanted to say. It falls off. So keep praying for your children, your family, your grandchildren. The MK Ultra falls off. I don't know if it's the prayers that you pray. I think it's everything put together. I hugged my son and I felt him. And he came out and she started banging on the glass window from the kitchen, and we were outside for him to not hug me. And I said, whoa. And he let me really go. And I go, oh, you've been caught out there. And then the next day he was back frozen again. But before then he got scared, like, he's afraid for his life. If they're not under this mind control, they are afraid for their lives from these COVID members. My whole family's involved. My brothers, David, Danny, Alberto, my sister Lydia, my niece's husband. They've taken out some of their family members too. So once we get to you are now going to be able to talk to the officials. They're going to pick you up. They're going to be you'll be able to spill the beans on everyone who's involved. My daughter's boyfriend, William upstairs, he murdered his mom and his brother. Him and his father are in cahoots because his father has murdered also 2 other women in their lives. I'm sorry, excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't like drinking or anything on here, but I was getting choked up. They murdered my mom, my stepdad, my nephew. They go down the line. They murder. I tell you how it goes. They have to, when you enter these covens, they tell you that you have to murder the one that does the most for you, the one that you love the most. Or it's your firstborn child, your parent, your sibling, whoever you is the most important in your life. That is the one that you are to sacrifice. Okay. So my daughter was trying to do it to her daughter. I have pictures of bloody everything, like she was poisoning her to the point that it was causing massive blood loss. But the Most High Lord, He protects her. Hold on. Okay. All right. So this is what's going on. They're still going to be trying to. This is it. Till they disappear, or you disappear, or you put in protective custody, which should have been done for you a long time ago. You shouldn't. Any one of us that's going through this should not have been ever homeless. When you have a legacy. You have abundance beyond your imagination of what's coming in. Now, why the officials left you behind as bait? That's what I'm getting, that they left you as bait. They know about your protection, whether it be spiritual, because they have spiritual people working for them too. So you are protected by more than your ancestors, the angels, the Most High Lord. You also have others like you that protect you. So they couldn't get away with it. They lost it in court. They lost the case. They lost their minds. They're losing their lives. They've lost everything. They're losing jobs, homes, the assets that they had. You gotta understand. They had $1 million. They had millions of dollars too, but it was gained through the lives of many, the souls of many. They poisoned them. They put them in car wrecks. They put them in all kinds of setups, which is shootings, kidnappings, hit and run. They make them look like suicides, right? They poison you, and then they cremate all of the bodies that they dealt with that they could get to, have been cremated. They don't want these bodies to be exhumed and tested, but there's a few that have not been cremated. So I know the officer that was working from here, and he wanted to get away from all of this, and he tried to even take my daughter with him. She drove down to California with him, and he was murdered. He was poisoned, and he died within a couple of months of being there. He didn't even spend a year there. It's a couple of months. He was an officer, and he moved from New York to California, and the last time she went to go visit him and came home, that is when she got the phone call that he was deceased. So these are serial killers. I'm sorry. These are serial killers. They do this repeatedly. They think they're never going to get caught. They think they've never been being seen. She's been investigated because there were cameras in his building, so it showed when she went to go visit him, and how long it took from that time for him to be deceased, because she had poisoned all his food and condiments, and then she got the call. That's all I can say. I know that. And her cousin, Michelle, she also was involved. Her and her father were involved with taking the life of her cousin, Michelle. They were involved with, my brother was involved with, and his girlfriend, Gigi, was involved with murdering my mom and my stepdad. And my older brother murdered his son, my nephew, David. They were all sacrificed. If David's mother was involved, it was through mind control. The MK Ultra. Once they got you in mind control, you will murder your firstborn, your mom, your dad. You got to understand, Kanye West was trying to tell everyone, and nobody wants to believe him. Like, no, meanwhile, he told you what they said. He says, next time we put you under, you're not even gonna remember your name. So this is one of the first things that I'm gonna fight, to make sure that everyone that is under mind control is released. And that's gonna come from the heavens. And the Most High is going to release everyone from this mind control, and they will remember everything that was done to them, just like Kanye remembered. And he explained to people, they had me murder my mom. He let everyone know he did it, but it was because they used MK Ultra on him, and they let him know, the next time you talk about us, we're gonna erase your mind. You won't even remember your name. But I want you to understand, they come back. Your loved ones, everyone that was under this mind control, will be back. Okay, so just continue to pray and do your work. Continue with your spiritual baths and your cleansings, because they're attaching. They're out there trying. They're doing roots on you, all kind of roots. When I tell you black magic, witchcraft, brujeria, voodoo, santeria, and they go to the darkest of the bayous across countries just for you, and nothing has worked. Nothing. You still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the strength that you hold. And the Most High gave you that strength. The Most High protects you. Touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Right? Anytime they touch you, they're done for. Okay? Everything implodes on them. Oh, you think you're stronger than the Most High. Right? Or you trying to play a dark god against the Most High, Lord? Okay. He got you. He got every single one of them. All right. Every single one of them is going down. So stand strong. Okay. Uh, you got to, I want you to keep calm, keep your calm, stay away from the comics. Okay. They're going to try to get you out of character in the worst of ways. And to me, it's just, they poisoning the doors right in front of my face. And the Most High Lord God, all the angels, you are so backed up. You have such a backing. You have a legion of angels and ancestors that are they're surrounding you right now. They're surrounding your home. They're surrounding where you rest. Okay, because they know that they're trying to disturb your peace. They don't want you to be able to sleep because they can't sleep because they know they lost everything. So the setup is real to set up your home, okay? But don't worry. When I tell you that you're being watched by many, you are being watched by many. And I don't mean just in the spirit realm. They're right outside. Okay? Look, I'm telling you. Look, they know the truth. They know the truth. They know what was done in court. They were there all from the beginning, okay? They were there from the beginning. Now they want to come in and give you a little something. They wanted to breadcrumb you. Meanwhile, you didn't even get a crumb. Did you get a crumb? Did you get a crumb? You didn't even get a crumb. Not a crumb. Instead, they put you in car crashes. They drugged you, repeated poison, so you couldn't work. You were always in pain, nauseous, dizzy, headaches. Like they put me in a car crash, my back pains, sciatica. They also do roots on this, okay? And when they took the jewelry, they took pieces to do roots on the pieces. They could do. You're okay. Believe me when I tell you. They're all being found out. Every single one of these karmics that came against you is going down. You know what's funny is, oh, look, I'm telling you. It's here. The Most High had that protected all along. He wanted them to think that they were going to get this from you. Okay, they might have got a little. They might have, and by a little, I say they got a little bit. They got over $10 million from your assets, and so that they could be a king of pentacles, a false king of pentacles. They couldn't. Look, your victory is here. Dun, 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 dun. This is you. It's gonna be performed like this. Dun, 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 dun. It's here, guys. Okay. So hold on tight. They mad. They couldn't take that from you. Look, they're going through painful endings because they won the case. Stop. That you had to one against many. Well, this man, this wizard, which is a page, okay, try to be a false king or emperor, and he's a page, is now fighting off all those. Look what's on those wands. He gave everybody HIV. Anyone he slept with, he gave man, child, woman, everyone. If he slept with those psych doctors, he gave it to them. If he slept with the judge or the lawyers, he gave it to them. Every single one of them has HIV. And they have an unnamed sexual disease that they got overseas. Because they were sleeping with children overseas. They paid for these children. And they don't realize that these children were already infected. Look, they're being watched. They wanted to burden you, and now they're burdened. All right, so look, because you got wish fulfillment. They're mad. When I tell you they're mad, they're mad. They're going through it. Look, because you not only do you have wish fulfillment, but you have a true emperor that's backing you up with everything. They didn't see this one. He stood quiet behind you. He stood quiet and he watched over you. They don't know what's going on inside the home, so maybe this emperor didn't realize, and he's going to take you to safety. There's a true emperor that's going to take you to safety. And you're not going alone, okay? So, hold on. So you do have a true emperor. Look, and he's handsome. And he's a man. This is not somebody that's hiding that he's down low. This is a man. Okay, a true man, a true emperor. That once they saw you, they always saw you like this. So they watched over you. And he's going to take you. They're heartbroken. Look, they're heartbroken that this man is going to take you away like this, as wish fulfillment, into one of the grandest and most beautiful homes you've ever witnessed in your life. I hope it has a pool. And I hope it's tropical. Look, your family, they've lost everything, all of them. They're going to try rushing in to explain. How do you explain murder? How do you explain attempted murder? How do you explain the round table meetings that they were having, taking Ubers because they didn't want to be followed in their cars like the Ubers weren't being followed? They were followed for years. Look, judgment has been called. Judgment. All these bodies that they thought they were getting away with, they're not getting away with none of them. They didn't understand how they would die. The FBI, CIA, they couldn't understand because they weren't able to get to the bodies on time. In time. Something about being on time. Something's coming for you on time. Your blessings. Stay strong. Look. Judgment's been called on this devil. All right. And these lovers. Right. They could be same-sex lovers, transgendered lovers. This is incest. Okay. So it could be, it was a father-daughter duo. And they were involved with taking out many people. Okay. What else, Spirit? Anything else? So grand theft, larceny, and fire to set it up, to set up for the theft. They don't want to be caught out there for $400,000 worth of grand larceny. They didn't want to be caught out there for that. But you already, look, fire. Look. But you got to remember, they just got a house that they finished putting it together, and they're enthusiastic about this house. I believe that the fire they wanted for you is coming for them. They're going to be blown away out this fire. May the children be protected. I'm serious. Look, and that's the truth. That's the truth. You will be celebrating. Look. Stop. Look. When the Most High Lord shows you signs, listen. Listen, because he's got this for you. He's got this for you. He's called judgment. I'm blown away. I'm call me a false reader. Call me a false reader. Huh? Huh? This is what we talking about. Look at this deck. Stop. This is what we're talking about, and that's the truth. He wants to make sure you guys get the truth. They're in their head about this. They can't sleep. When I tell you they can't sleep, tossing and turning, and someone's about to pass away. Someone's about to pass away. You are not to go to the funeral. Don't go anywhere with these people. They want to talk, and they say, meet me here, or can I pick you up? Don't go anywhere. Absolutely nowhere. Don't take nobody from your path, because it's just a setup. They're all afraid of what's coming in for you. Okay? Give me something else. Hold on. Look, because this is what's coming in. That emperor, the true emperor, has fallen in love with you. Also, this is what they wanted to cause. This is a double meaning. They also wanted to cause you an emotional loss. To me, they wanted to finish off my dogs and then leave with a ha, 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 ha. But it's because they're emotional. They know they lost everything. Let's see what's on the floor. They're unstable at the moment. Yeah. That's why they keep causing fights. It started like really bad this past week. It's been really bad with them trying to doing the gaslighting. And you have to keep your calm. Listen, I know you want to punch them out, step on them, put your knee on their neck, right? For everything that they've done to you, don't worry. The Most High is doing the worst of the worst to them, okay? They thought they were going to get away. And remember, they were vacationing. They were buying homes, new cars. Everybody from my family had a new car. Everybody had a new car, okay? Then they got to keep a job because they got to make it look presentable, like it was. Look, as above, so below. That's what they wanted. It's here. The Most High had enough. I hear renegade, regulators, mount up. The Most High Lord they got him off his throne. He's had it. He's bringing it. He's bringing it. Okay? I'm telling you, he's bringing it. I'm more excited about this reading than you guys. What is this? Look. He's bringing it to these lovers that came against you. Transgender, down low man. Pedro Antonio Ramos is a down low gay man. Went on vacation with his boyfriend, Louis. All right. I heard San Francisco. It could be San Francisco. It could be California, but they wanted to be free in their gay vacay. All right. So when I tell you, look, I'm telling you, he brought chaos. Death. There's a death coming. It's coming. Somebody's about to either get in a harsh car crash. Remember, they all got these new cars, flashy, but they're upset. My niece, she's very violent. Very violent. So while they've been together, she's been beating the hell out of this man. The theft. They thought they were getting away with the theft, but they've been seen. You see, they didn't see people watching them. They've been watched all along. They've been tracked. All their devices, every single device that they had, that they thought they had someone watching over, spyware to make sure. Come on, you can't hide that from the government. And when you're stealing from the government, because you know that whatever they stole from you, the government had a hand in letting them. He wanted to make sure that they buried them. They wanted to cross their T's, dot their I's, and make sure everything, because when they go in, they're not coming out. They're going in for multiple murders. So they will be going in for life sentences. And what was that I was hearing? They're being put to death. There was another word that came. They're being put to death. So they're not going to make it out. And this emperor, he's got a backing untouched. These people are not going to make it. Whoever was lying and got together to lie about you and your divine masculine, because they put a hit on this emperor. They put him in jail under false accusations, or they set him up, and then they went to try to steal everything that he owned, all of his assets. Welcome, my warriors. Come on in, my warriors. Enter. Let's see. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're heartbroken. They're heartbroken because they couldn't get away with this sacrifice. And they're not going to be able to get away with the fire. Look, everything's being illuminated. I'm telling you. Hold on. Let's see something else. Let me grab something else here. So everything that they wanted for you has come for them. Everything. Down to the point that the fire, the theft, everything. See, what they stole from you is you're going to get tenfold back. Tenfold. You get that back. Let's do the true emotional. Okay. Shocking news. They mad that this is coming in for you. By a true divine masculine. A true divine feminine. You hear me? She's the real deal. It's too late for them. It's too late, baby, now. For Psycho. Because I just saw Psycho. It's too late, baby, now. It's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Just think, you were sitting there trying to defend a serial killer. Unbeknownst to you, a shady person was wearing a mask. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Most High. He got you. So when you felt in despair, because I'm going to say I felt it too. I was asking the Most High, why has he forsaken me? Why the mother who birthed the stars has forsaken me, my ancestors? You know, they haven't forsaken you. They were just building something greater. You have to let go and let God handle this. Okay? And the way he's got it, it's so much better than what you could do. Come on in, my warriors. Look, they have sex addictions. This shady person, full of STDs, life-threatening STDs, don't realize that everyone he gave this to is coming for him. For them, it's a female and a male. You got to remember, this is a father-daughter duo. And he had some other woman working with him, and she got it too. Okay, so to divine masculine, yeah, they're losing sleep. They can't sleep. I told you. Okay, they're losing sleep. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Do not go back to no. They're going to come in to try to plead their case with you. You know what? How many years you've been going through this? All right. They're just manipulators, right? Trying to manipulate your spiritual gifts. Nah, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because you got a true divine masculine coming in, yup, with spiritual gifts that wants to pop the question. And he is so handsome, strong, protective, abundant in all ways. And he wants to share it with you. Divine masculine, divine feminine. You've got somebody out of this world, literally, just for you. You guys are a match. You're a mirror match. They've been targeting the divine feminine and the divine masculine just as bad. You're both mirroring each other. The same tactics they used on the divine feminine, they used on the divine masculine. Okay? Because they haven't gotten these karmic lessons. They got them now. They got him now. They got him now. They got him now. All right. So I can just tell you that I try to pack up. Look, I try to pack up. I got bags over there. I got my luggage over here. The only thing I didn't grab is I'm just gonna grab some sneakers to put on when I run out. That's it. Just a pair of sneakers. You're abundant. You'll be able to buy absolutely everything new. They mad. They're in their feelings. They're in their little girl feelings because you rejected them. You didn't let them touch you. You didn't let them kiss you. You told them no, no, no. Don't touch me. Don't come near me. Don't talk to me. You got them blocked. And because they're in their little girl feelings. They're in their feelings. This is, yeah, look, you got them blocked. I'm telling you. You got them blocked, right? Because you're living in the moment. You're going to be living like this. Look, your divine masculine is taking you to heights. You guys are going to live a dream. When I tell you a dream, like there hasn't been a couple that's going to come in the way you guys are coming in. All right? What else, Spirit? Show me. Spiritual. Chaos, ego, death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. You all went through this. You went through chaos. You went through an ego death. When it came to your spiritual awakening, they getting shocking news because maybe you were a real fighter. Maybe you were a fighter. You wouldn't take anything from no one without taking somebody down, physically. Because I could tell you myself, I was like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm a protector. I'm a true protector. I'm a true warrior. Okay, you couldn't tell me nothing without a physical. You put one little finger on me, and to me that was it. That was more than enough. My turn. And now you had to calm that part of you, which they can't believe. That's why they're doing so much of the gaslighting, because back in the day, you were a true warrior for family, friends, children, the elderly. You fought for everyone that couldn't fight for themselves. Okay, me, I can't stand a bully. I don't care how big they are, and I'm little. I'm only 5'3". Okay, I'm little. I'm a tiny little skinny little thing like that, but I was a true fighter, a true warrior. Always been. So when the Most High had to sit me down and told me we're not going to have any of that, because the Most High has plans for you. And he said, you're going to have to shut that down completely. You're going to shut that down. Let them get caught out there with what they're doing on their own. They can't. You're not going to go to jail. It's never going to happen. It doesn't matter. So they're heartbroken. Look. Womp womp. Aw, they're in their little girl feelings. Aw, they're in their little girl feelings. Yeah. Right? Drinking, drugging. This is their toxic lifestyle. Right? Divine universe, divine spirit, show me. All right, so I don't want you to think that the universe has forgotten, the Most High Lord has forgotten your spiritual yeah, look, don't let them come back, because this is what they want to do. Don't think that you're not spiritually protected, is what I was trying to say. You're protected in all ways. This is what they did. Backstab, pain, cheating, deception, mind games, MK Ultra. Okay, they had a spell on you for so many years. And to me, come on, I was with a man for 35 years that would make my skin crawl, that made me nauseous and sick, literally. And I couldn't understand what I was doing with him. The mind control. And look, I've told you there's going to be a funeral. It's coming. And I'm hearing just a couple of days. And just because they're ashamed. They're ashamed. They're going through all of this. Now they have to either come in and tell you about it, and they don't want to. So they're going to set the house on fire to cover up your murder. They want to come in and have someone murder you and set the house on fire to hide your murder. It ain't never going to happen. It ain't never going to happen. They were out there having reckless sex, right, with underage individuals and pay off everybody. You got to remember, they have incest. There's this incestual family. It's a whole big setup, a whole big incestual family. All right? What else, Spirit? But you moved on and you let go. And now you're loving yourself. You freed yourself. You were the only one out of an entire coven. They're jealous and upset because they wanted to free themselves from this, and they want to know how you did it. And you did it by loving yourself. And love brought you through. Love is the highest frequency that you can have. And you kept that no matter what they did, what was thrown at you, what came at you. That's what came. What's coming? Yeah, they were there. Yeah, because you closed this cycle. Look, fake news. Somebody could be fake pregnant. Somebody's trying to cover up a pregnancy, a fake pregnancy. I heard they kidnapped the child. They kidnapped the child because they murdered their own child. And the authorities are asking, where's the child? They buried the child in the yard. If they didn't want, look, it's a trap. If they didn't, look, they murdered this child. They murdered their own child. And they're being questioned about it. So they stole someone's child. They put them on the mind control, MK Ultra, and they stole this child. This child looks nothing like either one of them. And they'll know this through DNA testing. So they're going through it. I'm telling you, look, why they didn't want you to get this property. Not only did they bury this child on this property, and they tried to bury it under something they built or some sort of an illegal a plant that's illegal to touch by the state. It's something like that. That's the first thing that came to my head. It's somewhere where this woman can look out the window and see the burial plot. It's a trap. They've been trapped. They trapped themselves. They try to trap you, and they trap them. I'm telling you, they fell in this trap themselves. The police are involved. The police are part of this, trying to trap you. The police are trying to trap you, but they don't realize that you're being watched, and they're the ones that are going to be trapped. This is a dirty officer that's coming towards you. All right? Trying to keep secrets. They're trying to keep secrets. What over here? But you turn your back on them. You keep going. You're not listening to them. They're under pressure. I'm telling you, they're under pressure. Just keep going. Just keep swimming, because you have true emperor that truly loves you. You understand me? The government is even surprised that you made it. Which is sad that they left you surrounded by serial killers, knowing what they were. Okay, we're gonna do True Crimes Oracle cards. Let's see what comes out on this. All right. It says you're healing. You're healing from everything that's being done to you. You're healing. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. They're not making it a lid. Their secrets are being revealed. They didn't realize that they were always being watched. They thought they had cameras on you 24/7 all over your house. Those cameras, the government's even embarrassed because they had to watch you. But those cameras were already being watched by the individual. They were watching the child because they knew that the child was being affected. Or they're watching this child that they stole, that they kidnapped. Look, they've been trying to assassinate you. That's it. That's the plan. They want to assassinate you, set the house on fire, and said that you couldn't be. You. All of a sudden, they want to put a lock. They want to put a door up and say that you locked yourself in the room or something, so that they can say that. Let's see. Yeah, it's a man-made disaster. I'm telling you, they want revenge because they can't. They don't want to give you what belongs to you. Look, fraud. Look what's sticking out. Fraud, because they did fraud, and they know once you speak up, they're all nobody's leaving that court. Nobody's leaving that court. They're being followed, so they can't leave the country. They're thinking that they have overseas accounts. All those overseas accounts all over the world have been frozen. They can't get into them. They think they're paying what are the computer experts? I can't get the name right now. Accomplice partner in crime. Yeah, together. You see how they meet in the woods, cloaked? They thought they were cloaked. They thought they weren't being seen. They were always being followed to your home. See what I'm saying? A female been following, watching you. Mm-hmm. Right? Look, this is what they want to do. They want to strangle you and then cause the fire to get away with your death, the assets, the grand theft that they stole all your jewelry, right? Over $400,000 worth of jewelry. This is what they want. They want to get away with. All right, but you're letting everybody know. You're letting everybody know they're high and dry. They're humping each other. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, they're under surveillance. Stop. They're under surveillance. This female, this male, these karmics, all the police, they're all under surveillance. I'm telling you, the government's trying to pick them all up. You got like I always tell you, there's good guys and bad guys in every aspect of work. The CIA, FBI, they have good guys and bad guys, okay? The police officers, there's good guys and bad guys. All right? They're going after the bad guy. The bad guys, they got to go down. Okay? The bad guys are watching you. And they know that. What else? Divine spirits, what? The wooded area. I'm telling you, where's the other picture? They're meeting up in the wooded area to come at you. So be careful where you walk in, when you're going out. Okay? They're in the woods. I'm hearing they buried somebody in the woods. All right. In the mountains. Their ego is... They got tunnel vision. Oh, no. All right, what else, Spirit? Hold on, guys. Look, through drugs, poison, this is what they've done. They put fumes in your room. They drug and poison your food and drink on a daily basis. Okay? They know. They know, they know, they know. They know. Because they want to get away with the fraud that they've done. They want to get away with not paying you. They were lying at the courts that they've already given you all your payments, that they gave you everything. Oh, I'm sorry. My shirt is on. I've been sweating all day. All right? To get away with this fraud because they're in debt. I heard they owed the mob. Mob's coming after them. They're not safe. They're not safe. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. Look, the cover-up. The cover-up is real. All right? They abused and neglected you, and they wanted to take you someplace and chain you up. I heard so that they could dismember is what I was getting. They wanted to dismember you because everybody wants a piece of you. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Everybody wants a piece of you. What else, Spirit? Justice. Bam! Justice is here. They're done for. They can't. There's nothing. Now they're trying to clean up. They're trying to clean up their mess and they can't. This is many years and years and years of murder. Hold on. Ooh, something. Look, travel. I'm telling you, they're trying to travel at night. They think they're not going to be seen and they're not followed. You could live by the water, or the Most High is telling you to go by the water, cleanse, or you could be a water baby, because they want to cause disasters. Or they're going to be going through natural disasters, because they're doing man-made disasters, but the Most High is going to give them natural disasters. I'm telling you, we saw that blow up, that tower card. Hold on. Because they're jealous. Hold on. They're jealous. Oh, it came on the upright. Accident. Reverse. I'm telling you, they wanted an accident to happen. It's not going to happen. Well, not to you. And then they want to go and fake their death. They want to try to get away with everything and fake their death, but it's not going to happen. They're lies. Their lies have exploded all over them. I'm telling you, everything is imploding on them. Look, all of their lies are coming out. All of them. What else, Spirit? Show me. Divine Universe, Divine Spirit, show me. What is this? Homicide. They want to commit a homicide. They were telling the courts that they were taking care of you, that you were mentally unstable. So they paid off psychiatrists, hospital. They paid off doctors and to get away with POA, a power of attorney. And they did for a little while, but that's because the crooked judge and the crooked lawyers also got paid off. Okay. The bankers, they got a bank account in your name. They got paid off, so they could get away with stealing everything from you, and they couldn't. The cover up has been blown. You can't make it to court. They don't want you to make it to court. They don't want you to make it to court. Something about the beach. Oh, they've been beached. They've been beached. Look, suicide. They want to make it look like the fire is covering up a suicide. Oh, she was mental. She was delusional. He was going through things. He lost some money. Oh, they lost things, so they committed suicide. And we didn't know that she was dead in the house when the fire happened. So they want to cover it up with a fire. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. A spouse, a partner. This could be an ex-spouse or an ex-partner. Yep. Okay. For life insurance. You're dead. You're dead on paper somewhere. Somewhere they got a fake death certificate. Remember, they made a fake birth certificate, death certificate. They've been doing fraud in all ways. All your paperwork is fraud. Never got a signature from you. Nothing. Nothing. And they know. Okay. Anything else? Hold on. Now they're trying to run away. Look. Oh God. What is this? Yeah, we got the debt card again. But you're being told you're going to be partying, or they wanted to do this because they're trapped. They wanted to do this so they could party. But they're trapped. Look, trapped like a dog. They try to trap you and your dog. They're trapped. I'm telling you. Something about suicide, and they're going to say, because we love them. Nah, don't go back. I'm telling you, don't go back. Look at the death. I heard what they sent out to you is coming for them. The angel of death is coming for them. They wanted this for you. A male was doing this in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Look, fire, I'm telling you, arson. They want to set the house on fire to cover up what they've done. The theft, the murder, they want to set it up. It's not happening. Believe me, it's not happening. A celebrity could be involved. Yeah, this is done by a serial killer. Look. A sniper could be involved. It's an inside job. A sniper. The devil. And it's never going to happen. They're never going to get away with none of this. So we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. Let me see. I just got a ding. I don't know if you heard it. But I put some cards away in my bag. So I don't have what I really want to take out. But let's see with what lies beneath. Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Yeah, you got to fight for them. You got to fight for your loved ones while they're having tantric sex. All right? They're having tantric sex. Game over. And they're done for. I'm telling you. They're done for. Whatever they were doing to you, all right? Expect a new beginning. Or you might be expecting. All right, let's see what else, Spirit. Ooh. Knowing they fucked up. They know they fucked up. Because you're a real one. Divine masculine, divine feminine. You're a real one. They know they fucked up. Now they want to come in with a fake apology. No, keep that. You don't ever need, you can give them forgiveness from afar. You don't need no fake apologies. You don't need to hear not a word. Because they'll come in, they'll gaslight, and then they'll love bomb. Okay? These are what psychopaths do. All right? Delusional, psychopathic, malevolent, serial killing, covert narcissists. All right? What else? Ooh. They already knowing the tea. They're mad that you know the tea. That you're cautioning everyone. What was the other one? Like game over, life insurance. No. No. I thought something else flew out. Knowing they fucked up. Let me see. I got all the cards out here, so I got all of them. But all I'm saying is this keeps popping up. Game over. It's over. It's over for them. What else, Spirit? Divine universe, divine spirits, emotional intelligence. They wanted you emotional, but they're trash. Okay? Ooh. Yeah, look, they're trash. Having trashy tantric sex, and they fucked up. What is this? Yeah, destroyed, shattered, broken, fucked up. All their illusions, done. What is this? Getting a room. They're infecting, they keep infecting other people. More and more people are being infected. Because they're a hater. They're a hater, and they got caught. Caught. Finding evidence, getting caught, cheating. And they envy you. Okay? And they're being destroyed, shattered, broken. Okay, now they're burning evidence. They want to burn the house down. There's evidence in the walls of the poisons that they've been blowing into your room. Right? Yeah. There's evidence in the house. That's why they want to burn the house down. Because there's evidence. Anything else, Spirit? Outdated beliefs. They have outdated beliefs. Look, keeping you a secret. They're keeping you a secret. And they need anger management. Oh, what's this? Because they're a bugaboo. A bugaboo doing drugs. Yeah. who needs anger management. They're bad. They made bad choices. They made bad choices, right? This is someone you've gotten a divorce from, breaking a contract, or they're getting a divorce, that fake marriage. They're getting a divorce now. Yeah. Police. I'm telling you, there's good guys and bad guys. All right, and it's they wanted you insecure. That's why they've been bullying you, but you get to watch shit go down, enjoying the gossip. Get your popcorn ready. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear what you got to say. They don't want to hear it. They don't like to hear the truth, what they've done. They don't want to take accountabilities. These narcissists do not take accountability, no matter if you catch them right there red-handed, their hand in the cookie jar. They don't want to take accountability. They're falling apart into pieces. Total drama, action. I'm telling you, it's going to be televised. It's going to be televised, and you're going to have a love story once upon a time, a true love story. This is one for the books. Okay? I'm telling you, they made bad choices. A situation's about to explode. Here goes another one with the fire. Fire, pants on fire. Look, liar, pants on fire. They lied. They sleep with children, underage individuals, right? Sleeps around, a hot free for all, sleeps with your man, his man, her man. They envy you. I hate nothing about you. Getting a room. They always get in a room. That's how they get, they're in their feelings. They're in their feelings. They don't use condoms. All right? They don't use condoms. I don't know. Let me get one from the Mystic Martian Oracle. Because, they have, there's good and bad in them too, guys. All right? There's good and bad in them too. You got the reptilians, you got the tall grays, and you got the little grays. I'm telling you. Okay? What's coming in? Show me. Divine universe, divine spirit, show me what it is we need to see. Show me. Let's see what the stars have. You did it, guys. I'm so proud of you. And I know, listen, there's nobody that can say enough of how much what they put you through. The hell, you asked the Most High Lord God to bring you peace, and He brought you chaos, and He threw you into the fire and the pits of hell. But it was so that you brought others out. You were meant to go through this. You weren't only saving yourself, you were saving many, whether you knew it or not. Your story, it helped many out of the pits of fire to wake up to what was being done. And they knew, the ones that you did get in touch with, they knew that you were sent here to save them with just your words. What you went through. They knew that they weren't alone. Okay? So, as much as it hurt, in all ways, you lost so much and so many loved ones. But you stood strong in your faith, your hope in the Most High. And for that, you get rewarded. You know whose daughter you really are? You know whose son you really are? Huh? Who backing you? Who is your true father? All right. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Show me. Give me something. So you were never forsaken. I just want you to say that. As much as I said it too. Listen, you're not alone. When you say, how could you forsake me, my Lord? When I am a warrior for you. We fight for this world. We fight for love. We fight to bring justice back, to redeem many. You fought for this. You did this. You did this with your testimony. Your testimony. You did this. You brought justice to many. And for that, we honor you. We honor you. And we are grateful for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Truly, with my heart and soul. Thank you. To the many warriors that set us free, that warned us, that protected us with their testimony. You made it. And I'm proud of you. You are going down as the true warrior. You understand me? You fought battles that no one ever thought in their wildest that they would go through. You did that. And we honor you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are grateful to you. So keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, guys. I'm so proud of you. There's nothing funny about absolutely anything. Just keep your humor and try to keep, it's the only thing that brings you up is you had to work through everything on your own, by yourself. No one had your back. No one but the Most High. You had the galaxy. They didn't understand that. They didn't understand your true strength. You have warrior blood. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. And now as the end comes, they're still playing with you. They still think they're going to get away with something. They haven't gotten away with nothing. Okay? And they still thinking it. Nah, they're being watched. All eyes on them. Okay? And on you too. They got to watch you. They got to watch you succeed. The table has been set before your enemies. They're choking on it. They're choking on it. Look, shadows. They're afraid of their own shadow now. They wanted to do that. Well, you could be getting synchronicities with numbers. Okay, golden ratio, beauty, nature, patterns. Yeah, you're seeing the patterns. It says Men in Black. I'm telling you. You could be seeing them. Pay attention. Look around. Pay attention because, yeah, they will be suited up. They might want to come and talk to you while they freeze everyone else. What else, Spirit? It says stalking, intimidation, confrontation. They're watching this go down. All the Men in Black are now going to come against them. What else, Spirit? Let me get one more. Divine Universe, Divine Spirits. Stand strong, my warriors. You did it. You did it. Okay? Just watch your back now because they're coming for revenge. They still got this going on in another state, another country. Okay? I got all these cards out here. Watch your back. Because they still want to commit. All right? They want to get away with this. They don't want. They caught up. I'm telling you, they caught up. Leave me a message, guys, because I don't know if they closed down my messages. It says alchemy, the philosopher's stone, infinity, destiny, magic. It is your destiny. The Most High Lord, the universe, they always had an eye on you, okay? You were sent in to do the work. Watch your synchronicities, the 12 wives, uncertainty, distrust, guarded. They wanted you to feel uncertain. They didn't want you to trust anyone. They always wanted you to keep your guard up. But you were always protected by the stars. I need you to know that. I'm going to leave that. So, ooh, what's this? Alpha Centurions. I put them away, and they Argathons, manifesting multidimensional perception, attunement, foresight, planning, and strategy. The stars are strategizing for you. Okay? Enigma, elusive, sensitive, the mantis beings could have their hands in this. All right, Earth, survival, adaptable, relatable. Listen, if you had to go out into nature to heal, the Earth elements always had your back. Okay, here they are. They're afraid of their own shadow. All right, the Nephilims, controversial, assessing new perspectives. The giants are here. They're still here. True Scythians, resilient, bold, and sassy. You could belong to one of these groups. Palladians, unconditional love, excitement, laughter. The Palladians are throwing some of this at you because they know what you've been through. I'm telling you, the stars are working with you. If you didn't believe in the Galactic Federation, it truly exists. Okay. They know who you are. They know what's going on. They've had your back. Okay, even in your darkest hours that you thought it was impossible for anyone to help you. The stars were helping you. Your ancestors were helping you. The men in black were involved in this. I don't know if they were I'm not sure if they were helping you or they were part of coming after you. And then using MK Ultra to cover it up. No, confirmation. That just popped up like that. But stay strong, guys. You got this. You made it. You made it. Okay? You're at the tail end of everything. You're at the tail end of everything. We're going to get a word from loving words from Jesus. Let's grab one or two of these. All right. Stay on top of your prayers. And no, the Most High Lord has not forsaken you. His plan is greater than yours. And you better remember, he sees all. All right, so let go and give it to the Most High Lord, and he got you. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hand. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. He's just telling you to ask. He can't do nothing if you don't ask. Let go and let God handle this. Let the Most High judge not, that you be not judged. Okay? They were judging you. And they didn't want to judge themselves. Hold on. Okay. What else? Oh. My Father gives you the true bread from heaven. I'm telling you, you're getting your bread, setting your table before your enemies. China. So you can't. Okay? I want you to pray. He said, pray always, guys. Always. All right? He that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go on to my Father. I'm telling you, you were sent here to do the work, and you did it. You did it. I am a good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Right? That's what you were doing. You were giving your life up. You weren't having fun out here. You weren't going out. You didn't have what others had. You didn't have the fine clothing, the nice home. You didn't have a car, right? I'm a bus. I take the bus everywhere. Okay, I didn't have a car. I wish I had a nice truck for me and my dogs to travel, to get to different areas. And we couldn't. I can't take them on a bus. The cabs won't take us, so we're local. We don't go far. Okay? Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. He was watching to make sure, because they kept tempting you with different things, right? Your faith had saved you. Go in peace. You have been saved, guys. Okay, I'm trying to bring it towards the edge. Maybe you can see it better. All right, you've been saved. What is this? Have faith in God. Oh, I want you to see. China, so you can look. Have faith in God. They don't want you to see. They mess up with my Your faith has saved you. Go in peace. I'm telling you, have faith in God. He said, just let go and let God handle everything. You don't worry your pretty little head. You have a true emperor, a true divine feminine empress that is coming for you. As the man, you should be a gentleman and be the one to go forth towards your divine feminine. Don't let anything else hold you back. They're throwing all kinds of magic at you to keep you guys away from each other. You have to be able to be stronger than what they throw at you, okay? Divine feminine, divine masculine. Try not to stay away from your true love, okay? So this is it for now, guys. I don't even like saying that. It's not it. It's not it. You're still doing the work, okay? That's all I have to say. You're still fighting. You're still, till the end, my friend. Stay strong, my warrior. You made it. You made it to the end. It's here. They're done for. There's nothing else they can get away with, because they're sure enough not going to get away with this. I need you to know that and trust and believe, okay? They're not getting away with nothing. Nothing. So I wanted to keep you here as long as I'm trying to trying to pick up all these cards. I have like freaking 10 decks that I had to pull out here. Make sure you got the whole message and nothing but the good message, okay? That you got. Your table has been set before your enemies. And they mad? Ooh, they mad. They know they fucked up, all right? So they want to cause some of this, all right? But you better remember, they under surveillance. These shady police that think they're going to get away with trying to put you, they're watching them. They're watching every step, every move you make, every step you take. Yeah, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. They're watching. They're watching. You're not alone. You're not alone. I need you to Trust and believe, okay? This is all coming from an ex-partner, an ex-spouse. So him trying to cover it up and everybody else, he's trying to tell everyone to sacrifice themselves for him. Don't do it. Don't do it. You guys better save yourself. This dirty old man would not do it for you, okay? His time's up. Literally. Literally. Be careful because they want to trap you, but it's not. These karmics that are they fell in their own trap. They try to trap you, they fell in their own trap. I'm telling you. So they're having an ego death. Let them go through that. They're mad. They're mad. When I tell you mad, they're mad. When they were going around saying that you needed to be in a psych unit, it was them. Who comes up with these ideas? Who murders people to line their pockets? Who? Never heard of that in my life. But apparently this is the thing. They've been doing this for a very long time. They have been doing this for a very long time. It ain't just you. You know how many people they did this to? Little old lady, men, children, babies. Yeah, they set them up to be murdered with a smile on their face. You hear me? With a smile on their face. They were taking out family members, friends. All right? So it's done for. They know it. And they know it. They can't sleep. They don't want you to sleep. You're going to sleep sound. You know what? You know who you are. And now they know who you are. And they know they can't get away with what they're doing. All right? They're done. Dun, 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 dun. All right, you got this, but it's here. They could have had already. They had a couple of funerals, but like this in secret. All right, they had a couple of funerals in secret. They didn't want you to go to the funerals because you were going to tell everybody what they did and what was going on and what they did to their families. They would have been. So they did this to you. Okay. Your own home. Jealous. They're jealous that you have a home. That home that they were trying to take from you in your name. Yeah. They don't get to keep that. They're mad. They're mad. I'm going to tell you why. They're mad. I'm telling you, there's a body on that home. That they buried that child on that plot of land. That's why they don't want to give it up. Not to mention, they got money buried in the ground, under the floorboards, in the walls. They've been watching a lot of TV. All right? Just know. They're not getting away with nothing. Nothing. Anything they thought. Sorry. Oh. Anything. They're being surveillance. Okay. I need you to know that. Because I want you to be like, oh my God, this, and that. They got him. They got him, guys. They got him. Whether you know it or not. Whether you get to watch this. Remember, they haven't spoken to you. The courts haven't gotten a hold of you because they've been taking your mail, doing the fraud and identity theft. And all kind of fraudulent acts. But they're not getting away with none of that. None of it. You get to have your day in court. Don't sign nothing because they want to send somebody towards you to sign some fake document. Don't do it. Say, no, we'll do that when we go to court. We're not going to do that here. Don't do it, I'm telling you. They're still trying to get away with what belongs to you. Where is, hold on. Where is it? How do I lose a whole box? box. I'll find it in a little bit. I don't even know where the box went. Crazy. Alright, it doesn't matter. Stay strong, my warriors. We are truly grateful for all the warriors who document everything. I need you to have, maybe you haven't been able, but we've been able to document what's been going on just through these channels. So stay strong. You got this. You made it. They're furious. They want revenge. They want to blow your house up. They want to murder you while you're home and say that get away with all the rest of your assets that they stole from you. And they bought a home with what they liquidated that was yours. Let alone all the millions of dollars that they have to pay back that they don't want to, or admit that they took and did fraud. And the way they did it, like there were so many. They came after one. They paid off friends. They paid off family members. They paid strangers to say that you were married to someone else, or you were a hooker, you were a drug dealer, you were a druggee, or a prostitute, that you were drunk and drugged up walking in the streets. They made up so many stories, and they kept wanting to throw more things that the court already ruled, and they were like, wait, but we have evidence, there's more, look. And the courts had enough. No, we're enough with your performances, because that's what they did. They went into this court and they all had a part to play in these performances that they did. Okay? And they didn't get all the money. Listen, they could have bought a private jet. They could have probably bought couple of private jets with the money that they spent to come at you. So I want you to know how valuable you truly are to this world. I love you, my warriors. I need you to stay strong. You got this. You did it. You did it. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Namaste.